Do. Good evening, folks. I made a wee short video about 6 p.m. tonight, and okay, it's because I was smoking my meerschaum pipe. The wee Sherlock Holmes one, and tonight I decided to come on and make another video, maybe just slightly bit longer, and talk about pipes and some tobaccos. Now, tonight I'm smoking a special pipe which my wife got me. My wife always gets me smoking pipes. You know, I would be a liar to say otherwise. She's so good to me, I haven't got the words to describe it. She's in with me tonight, just sitting across from me. Say hello, Tracy.
Hiya, ladies and gentlemen.
So this pipe is very special to me because it's Erik Nording pipe, hands-free. But what's so special about it is it was actually handmade by him. Now I think that would be very hard. I can't get my camera to focus in because it's just a phone I'm using and it's not that great. But maybe you might be able to see that somehow. I don't think as well, but hopefully you can. But this one was actually handmade by himself, and apparently that's quite a rarity to actually, for himself to actually hand make pipes now. But I've had this pipe quite a while.
You don't get two of them.
I've got three.
Different.
Actually, I've got three of them.
Same person.
By the same person, but not handmade by Erik Nording himself. I've got Erik Nording pipes, but this one was actually handmade by himself. And it's a beautiful smoking pipe. And tonight I am smoking Connoisseur's Choice because I absolutely love this tobacco. I love it. Now, I didn't actually think I would have liked this tobacco when I first heard about it until I actually tried it. You know, it's got a lovely, not over sweet taste, but it's got that chocolatey flavour in it. You can taste that, and maybe like a touch of some sort of alcohol, and it's got like a nuttiness, fruity, chocolatey, nutty touch of alcohol, but I'm not too sure what. Okay, maybe rum. I would say possibly rum. But I'm gonna give it a light up. And this pipe is super light.
Even you think it's light, just looking at it.
Mm-mm. Now, I was watching some old guy, some old gentleman today on YouTube. Preacher man. I don't know how old he is, maybe in his maybe 80, maybe older. He was showing people, the video I was watching, he was showing people how to load their pipes. And he said he himself personally had been smoking a pipe for 59 years. Now that's older than what I am. I'm 55.
It's
And
older than me.
Yeah, you're 53.
Mm-hmm.
And it absolutely amazed me to see him smoke away on his pipe and still showing people how to load a pipe and how to smoke it. Now, there's one thing I learned of him, and I've been smoking quite a while, but actually when you light your pipe, he said he gave it, when he charred it, he gave it 5 good smokes, good puffs of it. He gave 5 good puffs. And now I never knew that, because to me, I used to just give it a quick char, and then I would just leave it, and then dampen it, and then relight it, and have a couple of puffs. But it was just, I didn't know that. He just lit it and had 5 good pulls at it, 5 good draws. And I didn't know that actually. You know, I have seen a few other people do that, but I didn't. It was something new, so it just shows you learn every day. It's like, I remember my granddad going way back. He would light his pipe, and sometimes he would just get a long bit of stick, thin bit of stick at the fire, and he would light it, and he would light his pipe like that with it, you know, and he would puff on it quite a bit before he would even dampen it, you know. He would just straight light it, and that was it, you know. Off he would go. He never used to have a dampener. It was always just his finger. And to me, I'm a guitar player. Now, on my left hand, my fingers are really, on the tips of them, are really, they're calloused because of all the guitar playing I do. They've got calluses on them. Now, excuse me while I light my pipe. Oh man, that's gorgeous. another thing I actually learned today, because every time I come on here and make a video, I put my top dentures in, and I've noticed that I actually am catching the flavour with my dentures in. You know, it's still on the roof of my mouth and the palate here, because where the top plate is, although it's plastic, when I'm smoking I can feel the taste of it on the plastic of the top of my dentures, and still at the roof of my mouth and at the sides, and still at my gums, because I don't use any stuff to keep my teeth in. You know, I just wear them the way they are. And I can clench a pipe easy and talk away, because I'm not used to them now. But as I said before, I was quite scannered when I had to get them taken out. It wasn't because I was eating sweets, or it's just because I was a heavy drinker, and being diabetic at the time, between the alcohol and the diabetes and the sugar, it started getting to my teeth, and I actually had to get them pulled all in one day, the whole top set, because I didn't have any teeth pulled. It was a nightmare. I had to get my gum all stitched, and then they just stuck the dentures in and said keep them in for 24 hours before you take them back out. I was in sheer agony. But anyway, folks, this channel is not about my teeth. It's about pipes and tobacco. Now, to be honest, as I said, I did buy myself a few pipes, you know. But my wife, for some reason, she didn't have a very good past life with her partner. He was a bit of a bully. And I don't like that. Especially when it comes to women. You know, he was a bad man, he broke her jaw, he did so many nasty things to her. And I'm not saying I'm Mr. Goody Two Shoes. I was a heavy drinker when she met me. But I wasn't violent to her. I was a withdrawn man in alcohol. I was scared of my own shadow. I was scared when the doorbell rang. The drink didn't just ruin my health, it ruined my nervous system. I was shot through with alcohol. I had so many detoxes. Over the years. So maybe that's why she was so kind to me. Because when I started smoking a pipe, she, for some reason, just every couple of weeks she would buy me one or two, or my birthday or at Christmas time, and she knew I liked Peterson pipes. And she got me a whole collection. God bless her. Then I found Jesus. I found God. I couldn't run from him. I tried to for years, but I couldn't. He found me. But and I'm so grateful to her and my two stepsons. One who's coming up to see me on the 24th. It's coming up from just outside Glasgow, Barhead. And well, my other son, he stays with me. Stepson, he stays with me. And that's my wife just come in with a nice hot cup of coffee, and she got herself a nice hot cup of tea. Yeah, but she definitely saved my life, because I believe if I wouldn't have met her, I would have died. I probably would have just drunk myself to death, because I felt as if I had nothing to live for. But God thought otherwise. Maybe coming on here with a pipe and talking. Maybe there's people out there. Maybe somebody who doesn't believe like me. I used to. Well, I always believed, but I just did all things wrong. Maybe it'll help somebody on this channel. Maybe come across it by accident. Maybe some will laugh and delete me. That's fine. But you're all in my prayers. You're all my friends. You subscribe to my channel, which I really appreciate. I don't want thousands of people. I just like the people who subscribe to me, because it gives me something to do. But I love doing it. And I love talking to folks, and I like seeing other people's pipes, and I'm interested in other people's tobacco, and you know, and I'm interested in if other people struggled in life like I did. But I've got a couple of pipes to show. I've got another one here, which is Rattray Ahoy. Oh, I'm sorry, but my camera's not that great, folks. That's my Rattray Ahoy. That's a nice little sitter. Nice piece of briar. Nice bowl. That's my Rattray Ahoy. Oh, Now, this other one is, excuse me while I see in the light, this is my other one, my other Rattray. And on the bottom, it's got a Celtic cross. And this is called Rattray Glory Day. It's my Rattray Glory Day. Nice slight bend in it. An acrylic stem. And I have another one here. This is a Savinelli. Savinelli. Oh gosh, I'm trying to make out the name in this. Pianov, is that Pianov? Oh. Plain of Crete. I think that says. But it's a nice billiard. You know, sometimes it's hard to read the writing when it starts getting faded. But it's a nice, and that's an acrylic stem, and that's got a good bowl in it. That's a good smoke. Nice deep bowl. So that's the three pipes I was wanting to show you tonight. Now, I'm not one for, you know, in my pipes I just smoke what I get. I just put it in and I smoke it. And I'm not like a connoisseur or of pipes and tastes and what tobacco should be put into what pipe, and you know, I just put a tobacco into the pipe and that's it. If I'm not sure, I'll put it in a meerschaum or a corn cob. And the only tobaccos I find out that will ghost a pipe, well, is Condor. But there again, in saying that, I have smoked Condor in my pipes, and I think if you continually smoke the same blend in a pipe, then it leaves that ghosting in it, you know. But if you're intending to put different blends sometimes in your pipe bowl, it doesn't really harm it. In fact, it only gives it like a blend, and it's adding to that blend, if you know what I mean. Yeah. I was just thinking, you know how sometimes, you know, when we sit with our pipes, we can get lost in our own thoughts. Now, what I've got a bad tendency on doing sometimes, when I'm smoking my pipe, I ponder about God in my heart and what He's done for me. And Satan will always remind me of my past. But your past is thrown into
The sea of forgetfulness.
exactly. It's your past is like a rushing river, where all your past is thrown into this river and taken down in the gut in the fast rushing waters of that river into the sea of forgetfulness. And then there's a sign put up saying no fishing. So always remember, Satan will always remind us of our past. But Christ has done it for us on the cross. By his blood we are saved. And if we believe in our heart that Christ came and died for us and rose again on the third day, he ascended to heaven and he came back to see his disciples, and he stayed with them for 40 days before ascending back to glory to his Father at his right hand side. But he will come back. Christ came into this world like a little lamb the first time. But the lamb, when he comes again, will be like a roaring lion. The second coming of Christ, the second coming of God, will be like a roaring lion. Never mind their wars. There'll be wars and wars and rumours of wars, but do not let your heart be afraid. Be still and know that I am God, he says. I know I sound like a preacher, and sometimes this is a pipe channel, but sometimes, well, to me it's the most important thing to talk about and get the word out there. I got this butane insert and I keep forgetting. Every time I click it, you know, I have to hold down the little thing because you know, with the petrol one, you just go like that, click and it comes on. I keep on doing that and I forget. It's gas, butane. So come on, boys and girls, what sort of pipes are we going to be smoking on Halloween night? I would like to see some interesting pipes. Yeah, I would like to see some interesting pipes from you ladies and gentlemen, or what yous have got. But yeah, I will be on tomorrow night, God willing, which is the Sabbath, and I'll be on to show you maybe a couple of more pipes and see what tobacco I will smoke tomorrow night, folks. But I don't know if there's any much lady pipe and smoking pipes out there. I haven't seen many on YouTube. I believe there will be quite a lot. Let's see them and let's see what pipes they've got. But as I say, may your pipes be always filled with tobacco, and may the wind be always at your back, and let your pipes blow free wherever you may be. Take care, and may the Lord God in heaven be with you all. In Jesus' name, amen. Take care, folks. God bless you all.